today we are looking at 1860s men's fashions that would have been worn like Mr. March, Laurie, Mr. Lawrence. And we'll go ahead and start with Eric. He is wearing a wingtip collar shirt, and his navy cravat has been tied in a manner that is very similar to a modern day men's tie. His high collar vest has a double row of brass buttons. This is a military inspired feature that was quite popular during the Civil War. And if you've ever wondered what the tiny pocket on a pair of pants is, that would have originally held a men's pocket watch, which is an accessory they would not have been without. And the trousers were very similar to what you would see today. There is a little bit of a difference, and Ian can show you on the back of his trousers there would have been possibly a buckle to tighten it, and you can see that the waistband of the pants comes up a little bit higher than what you would see in modern fashion. And Ian's vest has a shawl collar, which, let me go to the side. I matched the plaid on this so it doesn't quite as stand out as maybe a solid fabric would. And this is the Gunn tartan, which of course that's our last name. And tartans became very popular during the reign of Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria and her husband, Prince Albert, loved going up to the royal estate in Balmoral, which is in Scotland, and she began the tradition of once again wearing tartan. It had actually been banned for quite a long time, and so with that, tartan became an extremely popular style. And you can see on Ian's vest, he has antique pewter buttons that feature a thistle, which of course is the flower, if you will, of Scotland. And his cravat is tied a little bit differently, and it's red silk. And on Eric's shirt, in terms of a way a man could really show his individuality, is by the wearing of cufflinks. And so you can see that on Eric's, he has little stagecoaches. So perhaps he owned a stagecoach company, but that was one way for a man to express himself. And Ian's pocket watch is quite fancy. It is attached to a gold chain because he doesn't want to lose this watch, and it has two patriotic images on either side. This is of course the eagle, and that is the Statue of Liberty, and it can either slide into the gentleman's pair of pants. Both gentlemen have a watch pocket on their interior vest, but Ian is opting to put his pocket watch in his trousers for ease. Both gentlemen, I think, look wonderfully handsome. And how is it wearing this style of clothes, Ian? Are you comfortable? Comfortable? Good.
It's not too hot.
It's not too hot. That's good. Now, Ian, if you were to be going out, you would put on a jacket. Would you mind showing us what your jacket would look like? Now, for a long period of time during the Regency era through the 1840s, I believe, we had more of a jacket that had a tailcoat, but this is a sack coat. And this style of coat became immensely popular. And actually, the gentlemen, if they were going to button it, they would only button the very top button because they would want their waistcoat to show. Oh, Girly wants to come in to admire the gentlemen and their finery. I think she approves. She's always good for a little bit of comedic relief. And Ian, can you go ahead and turn around to show us the back of the jacket? It has curves very similar to what you would find on a woman's bodice also at this time. And go ahead and swing around for us, Ian. And the lapels, again, not too far from what you may have seen in men's suits recently. And this is a brushed cotton twill. Men's suits could be in wool, cotton, and of course linen for the summer. And for just being in home, it would be okay for a gentleman to be in his shirt sleeves if he was a bit more comfortable. And I want to thank you, gentlemen, for your time and helping me with this video. And of course, to Mr. Decor, who grew out his beard for this segment. Beards were very popular in the 1860s. If you remember, Abraham Lincoln was famous for his beard. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Girly, girly.
Helicopter. Nothing like a bright yellow leash to get the time period.
I'm telling you, right? Yeah, it's perfect.